Okay, I guess that's it. All right. Welcome to the blind spot. My name is Joey, and I wanted to share my journey, my spiritual awakening, uh, and finish the message of today off with a positive message, a weekly positive message to hopefully bring good, uh, some good foreshadowing or some good feeling. At least you've heard some good news this week, right? So we'll start off the week with at the end of the message with the positive weekly message. I like to do these. I wish I could do them every day, but sometimes, even though Joey's in his treehouse, it doesn't feel so positive. So, but that's the reason why I started this YouTube channel because there are so many negative things going on in the world that. And where are all the positive stories? Where are all the positive people? Where are the good, people saving people or people helping people or stories about young people walking elderly people across the street or something. You know what? Where are the stories about the heroes who saved cats from burning buildings or you don't hear about that stuff. All you hear about is the yeah that apartment place built burnt down because some bad kids were running around and they're mad at their parents, so they decided to burn things down. You don't hear about the people who rescued people from burning alive in that fire. You know, so the heroes are the ones who are shadowed in stories nowadays, which is weird because when I was a little kid, heroes were the best thing to hear about. That's why there was so many stories about you know, Jack and the Beanstalk, and those kinds of fairy tales. But they're not really fairy tales. They had to come from somewhere. You know? Take a look. It's in a book, right? Reading Rainbow. I remember that. Oh man. So I'm off to a rough start today. Uh, yeah, things I haven't I haven't been practicing like I promised to, but that is my New Year's resolution, I suppose, is to get more familiar with the technologies that I want to use to provide uh, wisdom and positive messaging and spiritual and some I like to call crazy stuff. Some I do some jokey kind of irritating stuff. People uh, some people think it's great. Some people think it's kind of immature. But hey, if it makes you laugh, right? Who cares where it comes from as long as it makes you laugh? Or who cares what it's about? If you have a sense of humor, you know, might as well, give somebody a chance. I'm not trying to be a comedian, otherwise I'd done that already. You I'm not trying to be something bigger than I am because I don't want to be. But what I want to do is I want to help people, and I want to be a good person. That's it. I don't want monetary stuff. I don't have anybody to impress. I just want to be available to assist in spreading positive messaging and make people think. Use their own references, their own life experience to go inside their mind, their heart, their spirit. Oh yeah, their spirit, and go. Wait a minute, maybe this is not bullshit. Oh yeah, I do use curse words. I won't drop the f bomb, but yeah, and I won't disrespect anybody on purpose. I can promise that. So this is the new year. This is a new beginning. This is the start of a new journey for us all. And in that wisdom, I shall share um, I had a spiritual awakening. Uh, I would say I wouldn't say unlike any other person, but mine was special and special only to me, which yours will, if you haven't experienced some kind of spiritual curiosity or spiritual, uh, experience of, I, I can't use a word I'm looking for, like not materialistic, but something of grandeur, something you can actually hold on to and experience, whether it's a feeling or what the Bible says. Oh, by the way, this isn't a religious channel either, so just a spiritual channel, a journeyman's channel. So, um, but in the Bible, the scriptures and whatever, they talk about people speaking in tongues. I've heard people do that before when I went to church. It didn't freak me out because the Bible warned me about it, but it is strange, because I didn't experience it that way. Mine was more of a mental vision. It was in my imagination. It was in my dream state, kind of. But I was awake. I was standing up, and then like I was zoned into the spiritual music, and I just let go, and there it went. But that was kind of the first spiritual experience, and then that kind of got me curious, you know. I started knocking on the door, of spirituality, going, whoa, 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 wait, this is real, what is this? And nobody could really explain it to me because they would say, you know, Joey, that's not going to happen to everybody. It was your own experience. It was the way that you and God planned for you to come to this planet when you were born, and that was kind of maybe that was um, the only way that you knew, you know, how to experience something that would keep you on the spiritual path. And then there's just been nothing but some people would say coincidence, but yeah, we know that's not real. But if you believe in coincidence, then you're really not on the right track. Yeah, because how many coincidences have to happen in order for you to go, what the hell is going on here? So, but let's see, last night, uh, before I went to sleep, I was laying around in my room and listening to a story on the radio. I think it was a YouTube channel. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Oh yeah, it was a guy I listened to. He plays the blues guitar. He plays all kinds of guitars, but he plays um, bluesy type music. And I'm sure if you watch YouTube channels like I do, I just check everything out. I'm always curious to see what people, you know, I'm a people person. I'm curious about how people are and what people are interested in, and then that's how I know uh, if I like people because we have similar interests. Or if I'm curious about something, I'll look it up. And some people are knowledgeable, some people aren't. So, but I get some kind of an answer. And since I've been searching for spiritual answers since I was about 27, I've gotten quite a bit of knowledge. But I just none of it clicked until last night, and my my journey kind of flipped a coin, and the way I was doing things and the purpose uh, that I suppose only challenged myself with it within this lifetime, and everything became clear. So that that saying, "Be careful what you wish for." You just might get it. But then if you get it, then you get it in abundance. And okay, I'm rambling on here. So I think the reason people in general, and maybe you're like I was, um, when we're children, you know, we play games. You know, we like to play games with each other, and you know, with adults too. We like to get. When I was a kid, we would a group of us, you know, would try to entice an adult to play with us, you know, to make it more fun, you know, and challenging, you know, like hide and seek or you know whatever we did. Um, but you know, adults were like, no, no, I don't want to play, you know. And every now and again, we get one drunk person, and they oh yeah, play game, you know. And then we play hide and seek, and they'd be hiding, and when we find them, they'd be passed out in a closet or something. We just laugh at them, but but that made life fun. Life is fun when you're playing games as a kid, but when you grow up, you know, you gotta start playing a different game. But the number one game you should play is to protect the children so they can still play their games like you did. You know, you don't want to ruin a childhood, you know, um, because that's all they got when they're young. You know, is to use their imagination to to explore the world and in a brand new way. You know, and as an adult, you've already done all that. You've already hopefully you've already done all that, and you get the chance to protect that foundation, but you also have to start playing a new game, and that game is hopefully it's starting to the beginning of the game is to start finding your purpose in life. I think I read a book called The Purpose Driven Life. It was pretty fantastic, but it wasn't just about scripture. It was about how to use what you learned in scripture or in um, the book, as they call it, to and implement it in everyday life and with stories and imagery of you know verbal imagery of how to actually implement tools you learned and in an everyday kind of way. So um, then on top, you know, I went on and read a bunch more things, but because I was hungry, I was hungry. Once I had that experience, I was hungry to learn, and then you get older from there, and you start playing a more advanced game. Okay, well now I know what spiritual stuff is, and I want to learn um, how to become more, or how you know how far does this rabbit hole go, you know? And then I found you know all kinds of different spirit, you know, religions and spiritualities, and some were kind of flaky and didn't stand, uh, you know, but some were science and some were math, you know, and some are still just goofy enough for me to pay attention to, you know. But some of them are so uh, coincidence that it's kind of hard not to you know really pay attention to and know with all your heart and mind that this is something that you in your spirits, you know, in your spiritual self before you were put on this earth this time, that you said, I think this will get my attention. So I need to put this uh, in my path along the way to pay attention to. And boy, did I do a good job. Holy crap. So, found out I was a life path 7 with my friend Kimberly. Help. I found out through curiosity that I'm in the, the year of the monkey in the Chinese zodiac. I'm also a Gemini. I'm also, you know, uh, an expression 3. Um, and I learned from somebody else who's also a numerologist, master numerologist, that I'm shadowed by the number 9, uh, which is the humanitarian number, I guess. So that explains why I traded mental vision games for, um, and it explained why I chose to be blind in this life at a certain age, and for the remain for the remainder of my years, because there's a lot of wisdom that comes along with learning to be patient and learning to be humble and um, learning to not have the distraction of eyesight and to be able to focus on stuff inside your mind and not hide from it, not veer from allowing the world around you to occupy and to cover and hide uh, the chaos that's in your heart and in your mind. Damn, Joe, that's deep. Well, this is the spiritual enlightenment I guess I was looking for, and it wasn't explosive. It was like small tears over time until the present was revealed, the gift. And I can't walk on water, and I can't save people's lives, and I can't. But I can do a weekly positive message. I can create video games for blind people who otherwise wouldn't have something as cool like that. I can use my imagination, my mental vision to to change people's lives for the better, to give them an outlet, to be there for uh, people in my everyday, my circle, my whatever. To stop calling it a circle and expand and enjoy the life that I chose to be here for and use whatever tool I have in this life to make uh, to make myself proud that I did something when I didn't really think I needed to. And that's not my job, you know. Yeah, I don't, I used to feel like if I stuck my hand out to help someone, that I was being nosy. You know, if I told a stranger I loved them, they would think I was weird. If I tried to be nice to someone who was being mean to me, that I was weak and a coward. So that's not that's not the light bulb. We should, I should, not we, that I should um, surround my life with, because that's the box, that's the prison, the windowless prison I allowed myself to be in, and I don't want to live that life. That's not the one I chose to be here to live. So I have become the person I was wanting and hoping I would become as of today, January of 2024. Joey has blossomed into the butterfly, or whatever the hell it is, the phoenix, the the human being that has the spirituality that he was looking for. And I'm happy that I'm able to understand how amazing it's going to be to share that with you who are willing to listen, who are curious, or who may just be searching like I was. But sometimes when you're searching, you gather luggage, you gather knowledge, you gather names and numbers and addresses and memories of locations, and then when you make when you make it to what you were looking for, excuse me, when you make it to the destination you were looking for, you can enjoy and you can use all those numbers and addresses and things, knowledge that you acquired along the way towards um, the the remainder. You know, you don't have to keep searching anymore. You can use you can rest easy in your heart. Excuse me. I need water. You can rest easy knowing that you did a good job and you didn't waste your experience on this planet. Okay, thank you. So weekly positive message for today, Sunday, January 15th, 2024, is don't forget to love yourself along the way, your journey. Don't take friends and family and love for granted, like it's going to be there tomorrow. And don't be so hard on yourself and others when you don't succeed, because that's part of the lesson you're supposed to learn. You can't always win, but you're not supposed to always lose. Because as long as you're learning, then you're winning. And when there's bad things going on around you, remember the firemen, the heroes who are trying to prevent it from happening, or trying to soften the blows so it's not so hard. And the best, the ultimate positive message for the week to get you through. Stop watching TV so much. Take more time to spend by yourself and just think about life. Not the future, but where you are now and how far you've come from where you were. Dream about tomorrow. Dream for today. And leave the past in the shadows. But remember that knowledge to pass on to others so they don't have to go through the same things you did. Unless they're hard headed like I was. I learned the hard way sometimes. All right, well, that's it for today. Namaste, and welcome again, my friends, to the treehouse at the blind spot. Hope you got something today from the message because I like sharing what I've learned. All right, have a great week. See you next week. Hear you around, right? As they say. Bye bye for now.